Hey there. I'm going to just be kind of talking through my notes and about some other things throughout the class to prove I've learned a significant amount. To start in this class, when I showed up the first day, I was told that we will be learning about the ancient Maya, one of many cultures of the pre-Hispanic Mesoamerica. The Mesoamerica culture area spans from central Mexico to western Honduras and El Salvador. Other well-known Mesoamerican cultures include the Olmec, the Mixtec, the Zapotec, and the Aztec. We will use the four fields of archaeology, the study of the material traces and objects people of the past left behind; ethnography, the study of the people and their cultures today; linguistics, the study of the relationship between language and culture; and biological anthropology, the study of the humans as biological entities, as well as the works of Maya art and actual Maya hieroglyphic text to explore all facets of Maya society through time. Topics investigated include indigenous and archaeological overviews of Maya cultural origins, the Maya social and political organization, interactions with the other Mesoamerican peoples, particularly the Olmec and the Teotihuacan, architecture, art, mythology, cosmology, and religion. Excuse me. The collapse, Spanish colonial period, and contemporary Maya people. As hieroglyphic writing has been vital to understanding the Maya past, students will also learn the foundations of reading Maya glyphs. Um, we were told to print out this, which helped us better understand learning how to read hieroglyphics or Maya hieroglyphics, and went through that in class. And I'm just going to start with week one notes. So, what is archaeology? The study of the human past through the objects and traces of actions that have survived through today. Anthropology, the study of humankind. There's four subfields: archaeology, cultural anthropology, linguistic anthropology, physical or biological anthropology, and that going with cultural anthropology, that goes ethnography and ethnology. Ethnography, study of a particular culture or group of people over an extended period of time through participant observation. Ethnology, the study of the similarities and differences in human behavior between cultures. For example, child rearing, treatment of elderly, etc. Linguistic anthropology, study on the evolution relationships between them, how language and cultures affect each other. Biological anthropology, the biological study of humans, their primate relatives, and their evolutionary ancestors. Moving to the pre-Hispanic Maya world, the Yucatan Peninsula, that there has Belize, Guatemala, Mexico, Tabasco, Chiapas, Campeche, Quintana Roo, Yucatan, and the Western El Salvador and the Western Honduras. In the highland, it has some resources like obsidian, for example. These major obsidian sources are El Chayal, Lake Tepecu, and Agilo Tepecu. There's prestige resources of the highlands. That's the Quetzal feathers and jade. The Quetzal feathers were these birds with super long tails and usually for outfits and things like that, as well as the jade. The jade could also been minerals purpose or proposed for jewelry. Lowland geography in the central area, it was the heart of the classic period Maya civilization, and it was hot, humid, tropical forest, had intensive farming, orchids, and hunting. had limestone bedrock and caves and a few widely traded resources. And then moving to the axe tree or the Seba world tree. It was known to be the center of the world. It reaches three layers of the universe. um, it was said the roots were in the ground while the top of the tree was kind of the heavens. Then there's the copal tree for palm incense. It was used for rituals and it smelled burnt, but kind of sweet. If I remember right, I wanted to say like a burnt banana kind of. Animals of the Milo lands, there were a good amount. There was the howler monkeys, the spider monkeys, the turkey, the birds, the scarlet macaws, the buried tattlers, lizards, iguanas, weasels, turtles, um, crocodiles, which actually the crocodiles were related to the old creator god. And to add more to that, there was spiders, snakes, wasps, bats, cougars, margays, jaguarnids, ocelots, and jaguars. They had conch shells, and they used these as ritual boxing weapons. Um, Lowland geography in the central area had limestone bedrock caves. The lowland geography in the central area had multiple major rivers used as transportation arteries and trade. Moving to Maya or Mayan, the Maya, Maya, it refers to the culture and the people in general, the ancient Maya, Maya pottery, Maya cities. While looking at Mayan, Mayan, it only refers to the languages, Choi Mayan, etc. Ancient Maya socio-political organization. It was cultural anthropology in the Maya region, Harvard Chiapas Project, 1957 to 1980. The farming the lowlands today, milpas and home gardens is what they have over there. And in the past, farming it at a hillside terracing raised fields and orchids. Um, it was like, if I'm correct, they would like just take these pieces out of the mountain to make it more efficient, so people have more farming land and all that good stuff. Um, my health and medicine. It was there was Mal Ojo, Evil Winds, Soul Loss, and Revolt of the Tools. And then where did the Maya people come from? How and when did the people get to the Americas? Short answer would be they descended from Northeast Asia. Um, People of the Americas, early hunters slash Paleo American period, 25,000 to 12,000 years ago. Um, I didn't quite catch the BC, I think there. But it said after passing Beringia, land or sea, it was ice-free corridor, Kelp Highway. The Monteverde Stone and Bone Tools, which was not a Maya site. There was fossilized footprints, white sands, 23,000 YA, not a Maya site. Environment of the tropics during the Pastonio. Um, right here we have Atlet, and it was actually at first thought was it was a bow, but it's a piece that goes with a bow. So it's you have leverage and you can throw the bow pretty far or more powerful than you would with your arm and stuff. And they actually evidence or have evidence of mammoth hunting in Mexico with these atlatls. Um, The past the social complex inequality in Mesoamerica. The San Cusco Model 8, rituals of community, feasting, there was sports, there was gambling. The Maya model, rituals of exclusion, cult of personality, religion, astronomy, symbolic control over landscape. The Gulf Coast Olmec civilization, 14,000 to 400 BC, not Maya or San Cusco people, but important for developments in the Maya area. The Olmec heartland, Tres Zabatos, La Vente, San Lorenzo, and Tuxtla Mountains. San Lorenzo, 1800 to 900 BC, up to 10,000 inhabitants, centers artificial mound, monumental sculpture. Most famous for the Olmec, the colossal heads. Nine colossal heads found in San Lorenzo. There were Olmec jades. Corn equaled celt, possibly being something like money. Um, Earliest Middle Preclassic period settlement in southern lowlands, mostly in Belize. Black Man Eddy, 1100 BC. Cahalpec, 1100 BC. Pacabitoon, 1100 900 BC. Selbel, 1000 BC. Aquata Phoenix, 1200 BC. And Nixtan Chiich, 1300 BC. Nixtan Chiich, he was oldest known, or was the oldest known Maya settlement. Grid layout, east to west alignment, several ceremonial complexes, incorporates cave features and city design. Ball court started as a series of independent households and then grew to be a powerful city in the middle and late pre-classic time. The middle pre-classic period at Selbel, Guatemala, 1000 BC. Takeshi Inomata. Olmec style catches. There's um I have four different ones here. The four corners, one looks like a face, a couple separate ones, and then one by itself. You can see those right there. Aquata Phoenix, 1200 to 800 BC, one of up to 500 platforms along the Gulf Coast between Maya and Olmec area. Massive platform measuring 400 or 1400 meters long by 10 to 15 meters tall, 1 mile by 30 to 50 feet tall, a paved road leading out from it. Construct Constructed using multicolored blocks, used only about 50 years before being abandoned. Largest structure ever built in Maya region. No evidence of social inequality. Many ceremonial complexes at the site and around the area. San Lorenzo is template for later middle preclassic ritual platforms. Ancient Maya city living on the edge of cultural history at Paquibadon. Uh, Round structure for a community celebration, 700 to 600 BC at 12 m in diameter, 12 meters in diameter. This is one of the largest middle preclassic El Cuamato structures, 600 to 400/300 BC. And then late preclassic through terminal preclassic period, packet between 300 BC to 8300. Construction of E group with the move away from communal based ritual buildings and the moving of the commoners out of the site core. The emerging Pacutan elites took control of ritual and staked their claims as rightful rulers of the community. What to do? The earliest Maya villages still have in common. Pro-social, community-based projects eventually give way to constructing buildings to support rulers. Community celebrations, as community projects are replaced, celebrations focus on emerging elite. Little evidence of centralized governments. Transformation above show control of ritual. Archaic to middle preclassic period transition in the Maya Highlands. Caminal Juyu KJ and the Las Charcas phase, 800 350 BC, and then Baranjo, Highland Guatemala, Barboya Arroyo. So KJ Stella, a person wearing a KJ Stella 2, a person wearing a bird-headed dress. Site layout as a creation story. Rulers portrayed as the central protagonist. Cultural evolution in the Meridor region. Early middle pre-classic period situated on Badros, seasonally swamps, farming and villages, wattle and a dab houses. Community ritual platforms achieved visual status, dental inlays, cranial modification, cultural evolution at Nakbi Mirador Basin, late middle pre-classic period, 600 400 BC. Early village settlement buried, flattened hilltop, 60-foot tall pyramid structures on formal platforms, Nakbi road system, ball court, stone and stucco sculpture. Major settlements up to 50 in size, half the size of CSUSM campus. Archaeological of the principal bird PVD, the Tig Pyramid and Tragic Pyramid groups, Yuxtin, Guatemala, Carnegie Institution, 1926-1937, the Institution Age of Maya Archaeology. So in the Maya hieroglyphic workshop, there's 4 lineage couples, ancestors bundles being returned to cave of creation and caves as a source of feathered serpent, path of rain. There's 4 wind, 4 man, snake mouth, also the path to the sun. West wall mural, San Bartolado, Toledo, establishing 4 directions in the center of the universe vertically, and Hunapaz becomes first king. Fish live in water, turkeys live in the sky, incenses, flowers, beer being sacrificed. The principal bird, Delta PVD, is hunted by the hero twins, Hunapa and XBQ. Hero twins meet with and give offering to the old creator gods. Hunapa is the archetype for kings. Xblanqu's head as the personified humbled non-Balam word play on the Balam or Jaguar king of the jungle. Death of the maize god, father of the hero twins. In the corn god's death, he is stripped of his finery. He travels to the watery underworld by canoe. Hunapa receives the crown of kingship. Just as Hunapa was crowned, so was the first human king after the chaos was claimed or calmed. Hunapa's actions in the Popol are a guide for rulers and their responsibilities, world creators and providers. I mean, with that, I kind of just wanted to end off with what we're supposed to, or how we're supposed to feel at the end of this class, and really, this is what we are, or this is what we are supposed to be able to say right here, that students will be able to summarize historical trajectory of pre-Columbian Maya society. Students will be able to identify major time periods of Maya civilization and related historical trends occurring during them. Students will be able to discuss the ritual and symbolic importance of geographic landmarks to Maya. Students will apply knowledge of the Maya past to the understand world events today, and students will be able to summarize how contemporary global and historical events affect Maya in the present. With this, I feel pretty good on myself, and it's been a great semester. So with that, thanks for your time, and thank you for everything. And yep, bye. Have a good one.